Hi everyone, I am back with some junk journal kits that I'm about to list on my website. These are a botanical boho sort of theme. As much as I enjoy watching all the boho goodness out there, I haven't quite mastered it yet. But as a journal maker and seller of supplies, I've acquired some really nice little stashes of bohemian type elements. So I wanted to include a few in these little kits because this paper here is just so beautiful that it just, for me, called out for a boho type of style. So what I'll do is I'll just go through each kit separately, and hopefully this video doesn't go on too long, but if you're not interested in any supplies at the moment, then this is all that this video is really about. So I will go through all 6 of these now. Okay, so first on the cover of this one I have a few of these little paper leaves, and then I have some vintage ephemera here. So I've got 3 of these Russian postcards, and they are just stunning. The colors on these really draw you in. So we've got some coordinating colors going on here. This is a first day cover, 1969. This one here, also 1969. And this is a fuchsia that I just laminated. I pressed it first, and then once it was dry I was able to laminate it. And then an old hanky in some really nice purple colors, little piece of burlap. So these kits all have similar things in them. What I added on this one was this little necklace, and these could be taken apart and you could use them to make charms. So really nice boho feel to that. So these are not bound. These are simply put together so that you could use this as your cover and make a single signature journal. So these are mostly all coffee dyed pages. Got some doilies. This is an eco dyed page I did last fall. Some beautiful botanical book pages. And at the center here I've got a full Edith Holden, and I folded it to fit the cover, which is, by the way, roughly 6 by 9. So folded here, you could perhaps stitch it at the top and bottom and create center tuck spots or something like that. So that's what this one has. I've tried to include a bunch of different things in these kits. And then I've got a few little things like a piece of orange and green ribbon. I've got some lace here. These are nice to make tabs or little clusters on your pages, or you can decorate your tags. This one here I actually dyed with, I can't remember what I used, but it turned out a really lovely mauve. In here I've got a little coin envelope that I coffee dyed, some buttons, and some embroidery floss so that you could use that for binding if you want. Another little doily, some tags here, a few of these types. I've got layaway tags and alteration tags. Six of these gorgeous guest checks, a coffee dyed time card, and a window envelope that I also coffee stained. This is the little adhesive strip at the top. And then in here I've got some flowers in coordinating colors. And then a small strip of this gorgeous apple butter line by Tilda Fabrics. And then a few little boho Indian trims here, sari trims. This one is kind of embroidered. This is some large ribbon. So these are nice for tabs and clusters. This is part of the paper line. This is a Martha Stewart line that my daughter got for me at Michael's. This is from a special offer over on Patreon for my garden club patrons. Some postcards here from the purple series in my shop. I like this one. It's like an envelope. And then just the offcuts from the cover and from the patterned papers that I included inside the journal. And a big piece of this sewing pattern paper, which is always nice to add as a base on your tags or on pages, or even some people I've seen use these on covers with some inks and stuff. So that's the first kit. Okay, the next one is mainly with the greens and the blues. So over here we've got similar items. The leaves, the little laminated plant here is, this is pressed leaves from a rose bush. And then gorgeous first day cover, 1960. This one is 1967. These gorgeous Russian postcards, beautiful colors. I love this one. The hanky here, this one was featured in one of my digital hanky kits. So this one here I'm parting with. The burlap strip. You can get a lot out of this piece here. You can make clusters and tabs and such. This beautiful pendant, very large, very boho to me. And a sari ribbon for the closure. So a lot of blue and green in this one. So this is part of the vintage hankies in the blue that I just released in my shop, and I've printed one of them here on vellum. So I kind of like the effect where you're seeing the image underneath. Doily. Edith Holden, gorgeous, gorgeous art. Some ribbon here, there's a tiny paisley pattern on there. Blue ruffled lace. Another blue lace here. And some cream colored lace trim. Again, the same tags, so I won't go through the rest of this, but in this one I've got the two shades of kind of a teal embroidery thread and some buttons in the coordinating blue and green. So that's in this bag there. And then in here I've got pink and teal green sort of flowers, a few of the cream colored. this little apple butter piece in a sort of a green and teal and pink and yellow. This fabric is just stunning. And then some of the little boho trims here. So this one has sequins and it's kind of like an organza. This looks like it's woven little piece. This here is also sort of a woven shiny with a bit of paisley on there and some ribbon. Also from my postcard series, a couple of little tags. This is also, as I mentioned earlier, from the Patreon, kind of a freebie that I offered for the early birds who signed up. This is from the blue postcards. Love this one. And then the offcuts. So this here could be used for adding like pockets either on the inside or on the cover. Just an idea. And then another large pattern, sewing pattern paper, tissue paper. Alright, this one here's got some really rich tones there. This looks like it would be like a necklace. It could be taken apart and made into some charms or something, or you could use it as a closure. I just really love the colors, so that's included in there. This is a forget-me-not from my garden in the spring. And again, I pressed it until it was dry and then I put it through the laminator. And so these I've seen people do some stitching on them and add a sentiment or something. So they make nice little tags, bookmarks, or they can be added onto pages or tags. So this one here is 1960. 1974. I love the bird stamps on that. Some Russian postcards again. Beautiful. This hanky has some really nice colors. It's gray, but in different lighting it seems to be mauve as well, because it's up against this really gorgeous blue. Piece of burlap, gorgeous dark pink sari ribbon. This is from the Purple Hankies collection. Then I've got some cream colored scallop lace, a smaller type here that you could use as a closure or to trim. There's quite a long piece here, about a yard or so. This is really lovely, kind of rose and leaves little trim. And it's a really nice pink, so that would be fun. A little bohemian, a little Victorian. These are kind of like a mashup of my admiration for Queen Victoria, who was very, instrumental in determining fashion during her reign, and she was also Empress of India at one time. So I kind of, mixed Victorian sort of prettiness with some of the Indian little trims there. So this is just like a purple black dots. Alright, again, similar, the tags and envelopes in here. And these have the blue and teal little buttons. I think there's a little pink one and purple one in there too. And then these are the flowers to go with this kit. The little blue tilde strip. Again with some of these boho little pieces and the ribbon. I'm so off camera here. My burlap is fraying. Then another postcard. I really love this one. This one here, the pieces were smaller, so I included 2 pieces. Another one I really like is this one here. It's kind of like the pink and black and a dark grayish teal, I don't know. This pin is attached to the sari ribbon there. Again, these are pressed leaves from a rose plant. 1965 envelope. This one here is 1960. And then some more gorgeous Russian postcards. Really fascinating language, isn't it? Very pretty little hanky with the blue and the teal there. A little bit of reddish pink, some burlap. This is from the pink hankies. Love this page. So pretty. And then there's a 2-tone piece of ribbon here. Some black lace. This little light mauve, and this one here is really nice. It's got the pink flowers and with the leaves sort of woven into the white lace. I love it. Colors in here are the pink and the dark, kind of a grayish teal color, and then some matching buttons. I think this is one of the Prima flowers. This one here is nice too. It's almost sheer. Some journaling cards from the paper collection. And then a few offcuts. Some more printed postcards. These are available in my shop. Love this one. This one here has the pink and purple and dark teal. So this would have been like a clip-on brooch, but when I bought it, it's broken on the back, so I've attached it with a garment pin on there. Another forget-me-not, and this is from 1967. And here's the wonderful Gandhi, 1961. Here we've got some postcards, and this one's actually a greeting card, and it's blank, so that would make a nice little element in the journal. Another gorgeous hanky. So there's mauve and green and beautiful mustard yellow. Not sure why I'm flipping these at an angle today. Hope you don't mind, but that you're getting the gist of the pages. That's beautiful. Oh, look at that. The map, or the, atlas pages really add a nice splash of color in these. And the vellum is also nice. Alright, so this here is a green lace trim, some cream colored. This one here is kind of a pinkish mauve, very pretty. And in this one we've got pink and dark green, and then some matching buttons. So we've got some coral pink, teal, and then some really nice bright little bits here. So we've got the flowers, and we've got our little tilde strip in a very nice green, and then all these pretty sari trims. This is just ribbon, another piece of ribbon here. These are nice for tabs and such. Gorgeous little tags from the paper collection, again from the Patreon digital. Some postcards. This is blank, so you can actually write something in there. Love the little message on here. It says, "This looks good to me. How does it look to you?" I just love looking at old postcards and seeing how people interacted with each other. Off cut there, and again sewing pattern tissue paper. Okay, so we are down to the last one, and this one is one of my favorites. It's a gold, purple, pink cover here. Absolutely stunning. This is a bracelet, very bohemian. So this could be taken apart, you know, and added as little embellishments on tags and such. You could probably find a way to add these two little jewelry bales so that they could be charms. This is a tiny little violet from my garden. First day issue from 1960. I really liked the stamp on that one, so that's the one I chose for this. And this one's 1965. Couple of postcards. Very cute. That one's blank, and so is this one, so you could do some journaling on there if you wanted. And then this is a greeting card with a lovely Russian message in it. Very nice. This little hanky is gorgeous. It's got like a purple pinkish flower pattern on there, and the light green just makes it pop. Some burlap. This is kind of like a woven silk type trim. Love the purple color of that. Some of this little pink mauve lace. More of that woven flower lace. And then this one is also a woven silk ribbon trim. Very pretty. In here we've got pink and purple embroidery floss, and then buttons in pink and black, mauve, the flowers in here are cream colored pink and mauve. And then the trims in here, I love this one. It's kind of like sheer organza with some golden thread woven into it. This one here has the gold on there, and this one too, nice and shiny to go with that cover. More of those postcards. This one here, and this is from the paper collection. Gorgeous purple postcard. So these are all listed on my website this time around. If everything goes well, that's where the links below will send you. Should anything not work out as I'm posting them there, they will be, the links down below will be to the Etsy shop instead. But I've decided I wanted to try and list some of my kits and journals on the website and just possibly keep the Etsy shop for digitals only. But that's to be continued. I haven't determined if that's going to work for me or not. Also, just as I was looking at these, I realized that I had these on my table as well. And I'm going to add one of each of these tags into each kit, the one that coordinates the best with the kit. This is from Patreon again. It was the digital for the month of August for my patrons of the Garden Club over on Patreon. So that's still available. If you decide to join Patreon now, these printables are available in there. These are from the new blue hanky collection that I released a couple of weeks ago, I think. And these are like little edges of the embroidered hankies I have in my collection. So I placed them all on sheets that you can print. They've got the linen sort of background on there. You could cut these and, you know, into rectangles and squares and add them to tags or to your pages and such. You could stitch them onto fabric. You know, a pretty floral fabric as a background would look lovely with these. Or you can fussy cut them and just add them in your collages and such. So this sheet's included in the blue hankies, and this sheet is included in the blue hankies kit. So I'm going to choose one element for each of these kits. So thanks for watching. I will be back as soon as I can. Bye!